There's three major points of what's going on within astrology. Three major points. Point number one, there's spiritual clarity when it comes to your person, the person you're meant to marry and to be in a relationship with for the rest of your life. There's a realization, there's a clarity, and there's an opportunity now, more than ever, to begin the process of really receiving that fully into your life and into partnership. Wherever you're at on your healing journey, whether you're single, whether you're in a relationship. I'm in a relationship now, and I feel like I'm just beginning this new journey with my girlfriend, Paula Michelle, because we're ever deepening in our journey. So it doesn't matter if you're single or in a relationship, but this full moon represents a new level of spiritual connection and spiritual realization of truth between you and who you were meant to be with in this lifetime. The reason why Juno is conjunct Neptune during this full moon. Juno is conjunct Neptune during this full moon. Second big thing in the astrology happening tomorrow on the full moon is it's the rise of the independence and the power within ourselves to create something new and to create our path, our new path, our aligned path, and our love or heart-oriented path coming up now in the full moon and after. It's in your heart. What is it in your heart that you must do, you must battle for, and you must pave the way for now and in the near future that will set you free on a new path? Uranus is conjunct the North Node in the astrology during the full moon. Almost exact. I think it's at 18 degrees. Meaning that our own creative genius inside, wherever it is we're being repressed, wherever it is we're being trapped, wherever it is we're being limited in some way, shape, or form, will be broken and will be called to be broken. So if you're feeling repressed, if you're feeling heavy, if you're feeling like things need to be released, that's what needs to be released. And that's what we'll be calling you tomorrow during the full moon. Here's the advice if you guys want it. On and after the full moon is practice looking at the things internally that are holding you back from expressing all that you are inside to the world in the way that you genuinely want to express that. Is that money? Is that money? How many of you in here, and I will raise my hand, have felt or feel limited right now because you don't have enough money? I will raise my hand right now because you know what? I do too. And you know what that does? It limits us. It limits us. Okay? It doesn't actually limit us, but we allow it to limit us because of the fear that's associated with not having money in today's society. Because the reality is, if there's something we can't physically do because of money, okay, we can't physically do it. We can't go travel. We can't go on a vacation. We can't pay the bill to survive another month. But you know what we can do? Is we can do the thing right here in front of us that will lead to gaining enough money to do the physical thing we eventually want to do, and trust that that's in God's plan for this particular moment that will lead us to the money we need to prosper, to enjoy, and to survive, and to change the world with it. Because what the hell else is the purpose of money if we're not going to use it to change the world eventually? What if you needed to learn how you're going to change the world first before you got the money to actually do it? Does that make sense to everyone? What if it's in God's plan right now that you had to learn how and what you are going to do to change the world and to impact other people before you received that money? How would that change your perspective? Would you keep doing the things that you needed to do to gain the money, or would you start working on the way you're going to change other people's lives now and change the world in order to receive that money? And guess what? The faster you go, the faster you're able to work on that particular assignment to learn how you're going to change the world, the faster God gives you that money. And some of us will say, but that is impossible, Brandon. That is impossible. Why is it impossible? Because I have a job 8 hours a day, and I have a family, and I have kids, and I have to pay the bills, and I have to do this, and I have to do that. And I understand all of that. But what if that was the process itself of learning what you were here to do to change the world? What if your job that you're at right now was giving you the opportunity to learn about yourself, how you are going to change the world overall? What if your job now, your family now, your kids now, your pet now was teaching you how you would change the world? And that by learning and mastering that lesson in front of you, you got closer to receiving the money that God has for you. How would that change your perspective? And I'm talking directly to every single one of you watching this live stream. 79 people, 89 people in this live stream. And anyone else who resonates with this on YouTube, of course. Show some shout out for some love to YouTubers. And that, by the way, that's really not just for me, because I'm in the same boat as you guys. I'm still wondering and struggling about that. Ask Paula Michelle. I was just talking about that the other day. I was just literally telling her before I got on this live stream that I love healing you guys. I love doing the whole $55 donation healing. It's great. It provides money for the bills. It heals a bunch of people. And it's a win-win, right? Wrong. Because you know what? While I love doing that, and I still might do it every once in a while, it's not what I really, truly want to be doing. I want to be speaking to you guys to inspire you guys to heal yourselves. And I want to share with you how to do it so you can change the world. So you can leave here completely transformed and completely changed from who you are. And I can't do that, even if it's great, if I'm healing for donations and just doing it for money, or because, that's one way to do it. Does that make sense? And I'm not ashamed that I had to do that or have to do that sometimes. I'm not. It pays the bills. It allows us to keep living. But what if we could live in this energy, doing what we're called to do, sharing what we're called to share, and being just as we are, and continuing on with the circumstances in our life, and learning how we're going to change the world now because of those circumstances? That was going to be the thing that led us closer to receiving that particular money. I want you guys to think about that, to feel into that, and to see if it's true for you. I'm not saying it's true. This is just a theory. This is just some food for thought. Just maybe a new perspective, but maybe it could be true for you, maybe not. But that's one perspective.